Hello and welcome. I'm Janet Williams from Progressive Discoveries, and I'm here on behalf of the Unite as One Beauty Industry Think Tank. And I'm here with my fellow committee member and leader, Jen Arnold. Jen, please take a moment and introduce yourself.
Hi, everyone. Thank you, Janet. So my name is Jan Arnold. I'm the co-founder of CND and a very proud founding member of Beauty Changes Lives. And I have the honor and joy to work with Janet Williams and our entire Cultural Intelligence Committee. They are my favorite meetings, I must say. I've learned so much.
Yeah, absolutely. And we've had an ongoing conversation about what we call Beauty Plus, which really speaks to how we all want to show up as for each other within the beauty industry. So we've asked Jan to talk about one of the elements of Beauty Plus, which is equity. So Jan, how does equity impact you on a personal level?
Yeah, no, it's a wonderful question. I remember when I was first learning about equity, when I saw the word equity, I misunderstood the meaning of the word, thinking it was about equality.
Yeah.
And I think, prior to this awareness, I think in my mind, if I were treating, each group equally, I was supporting them equally, I was showing them respect by showing up for them, that I was practicing equity. And yet, what I've learned through you and through the time we spend as a committee is equity is actually the opposite. It's not treating everyone equally. It's understanding that you have to kind of bridge the gap, that communication gap, and meet people where they are.
Yeah.
And when they, let's say, as groups, when they show up to a Zoom meeting or when we're working with a different group, you can't just look at all the people within that group and think they're all coming from the same place.
Yeah,
It's
absolutely.
really practicing equity. And what I'm learning, I'm, still practicing it, is you have to flip the table and meet people where they are. Where is their mindset? Where are they coming from? Because if you clump them and think you're going to treat them equally, you are going to create a bottleneck in your organization. You're going to create conflict in your personal life. And you may be walking around thinking that you're doing a great job when in fact you're really not. You're not listening. You're not taking opportunities to make whatever the situation within your business and your personal life better. And Janet, for me, when I have that epiphany, like all of a sudden a bell rings in my head, it's like, wait a minute, did I bestow me on this person? Instead of flipping it around and truly listening to them, when I actually hear them, it gives me chills. It's like, oh my God, that's where they're coming from. And now I feel like my job as co-founder of CND, it's my job to really bridge those gaps by doing a better job of listening and practicing equity.
I
It's
love
a major concept.
Yeah, I love that. And it really is, you're right. It's about meeting people where they are, treating people the way that they want to be treated, right?
That's right.
So tell me, how does this issue of equity resonate for the industry? Talk about it. How does it resonates for the industry now, today, but what about also into the future?
Yeah, no. So I have a little like story to share about
Yeah.
the history within the nail category. I've been in the business for 43 years, and when we started our business, the only business model on salon level was the traditional business model, the full service salon, the day spa, kind of the founding mothers and fathers of nails from Ventura Boulevard. And it was just one way of thinking and one way of approaching the business. Well, lo and behold, the Vietnamese community kind of shook everything up and they immigrated, opened schools, opened salons, And I remember at the time, the traditional category was like, what are they doing? They're encroaching on our space. They're doing things
Yeah.
differently.
Mhm.
And it looked like they were trying to take something away from the traditional. But then there was, again, that awareness where we said, wait a minute, everything they're doing is coming from a unique perspective.
Yeah.
They had a different business model. They had a different way of approaching their menu services. They had a different level of support for the clients. Like the traditional side was caring for the moms. The Vietnamese nail only invited everyone. They
Uh-huh.
were practicing equity. They were the models.
Mhm.
And when we realized, okay, it's different, it's something unique, we're not used to it, we again flipped that table and leaned in and said, and now we can look back. And this is the reason that the nail category is now, nails is a $9 billion industry. Do
Isn't that
you
amazing?
think we could have done it by taking one path, by having the idea that this is all equal? You know, the Vietnamese nail only said, but wait a minute, we have a different way of approaching. And by the industry leaning in, by listening, by embracing, we are much better, bigger total. So,
Absolutely.
right?
Yeah. Right. So the sum is greater than the parts in all ways.
Yeah.
And we really have met, you have met all many multiple communities where they were to make a richer industry for everyone, which I think is absolutely amazing. So Jan, I want to thank you so much on behalf of all of the other committee members from the Unitas One Beauty Industry Think Tank and our Cultural Intelligence Committee. Thanks so much, and I'll be talking with you soon.
Thank you, Janet. Bye, everyone.
Okay.